We will walk through the steps for the proposed process of uploading PRLs that have been provided from SGK back into the Viva system. These PRLs have been changed from the Bayer branding to the Environmental Science US or Envu branding for resubmission to the states. First, retrieve the label from the SharePoint site provided by supply chain and begin to review the label for completeness and compliance. In this example, we will be using Denzacor. I would suggest walking through the label and confirming all the pieces that should have been updated with the Envu logo or Envu branding, as well as telephone numbers and text dates. I would like to note that there's two text dates at the end of these labels. The first one is the original PRL text date that this label was created from, and the second is the date of the approval of the Environmental Science US LLC naming. Next, we will locate the registration record within Viva. I will search with the EPA number and open the record. Navigate to the Master Label tab and locate the most recently approved master label. To confirm that this is the correct document, compare the label text date to the label text date that is on the label that was returned from SGK. 1/22/2021 and 1/22/2021. Since we've now located the correct master label, we will right-click and open that label in a new tab. Next, we'll navigate to the Relationship tab and expand the PRL section. At this point, you will see that this last PRL is the label that was sent to SGK for the Envu rebranding process. And we want to add an additional PRL to this section, which is what just came back from SGK. You can click on the Add Print Restricted Label and then begin the upload process. The label will be uploaded with the appropriate file structure of EPA registration number, the PRL title, the product name, and then the registration number and the regulatory action number. You will also classify the document as a labeling USA print restricted label and select Next. You will now complete the required metadata for this print restricted label. The file name has been auto-populated according to the file name. So again, this should be EPA number, PRL, product name, and then the regulatory action number. In the comments field, please enter #Envu for all labels that have been rebranded. This will allow the possibility to run reports and capture all relevant label in this process. Next, we will fill in the regulatory action, which is 22002, which we can see from our title, and then the text date. So these labels will have two text dates, which can be found at the end of the print restricted label, and save. Once you hit save, you will see that the system returns you to the master label. This is not the label that you just uploaded. So next, please return to the Relationship tab, expand the Print Restricted Labels section, and then you can see the label that we just uploaded. This is the draft document. Please click on that. Once you have reviewed the label for completeness and compliance one last time, please release the label. You may do that by clicking here and release, or the arrow, and you would select Start Direct Release. I'm going to use this option. We can now see that the Envu label has been uploaded, linked to the regulatory action. The comment #Envu is in place. The proper naming convention has also been associated, and we are ready to send this label to supply chain for the completion of the graphic label. We will do this by hitting the chevron arrow, send notification to supply chain, send to Dennis, and hit start. You will now note that this document is in an active workflow, and you can see the status by clicking on the timeline view and seeing what pending actions are still need to be completed.